Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Jeff Haniewich. Current time 3:39 on this Tuesday afternoon. Want to bring you up to date. We do have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now. We've had a couple more that have since expired. Want to talk to you about the severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 4 o'clock for about the next 20 minutes or so for parts of Bedford, Campbell, and Franklin counties. This area highlighted in this orange box, that's the actual warning, although we do have some pretty nasty cells extending just to the north of this box as well. Main threat in the severe thunderstorm warning, damaging wind up to 50, 60 miles per hour. In addition to that, we're perhaps seeing some hail, heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. This is all pushing to the east at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. We've got one cell that is actually moving perhaps just out of the warning. This is heading towards you folks in Rustburg here pretty soon. But again, the main cell that is causing the severe thunderstorm warning extending from just outside of the box, just to the north of Bedford, all the way south towards Smith Mountain Lake. I do want to track this alongside you. And if you're not already starting to see some rain at Smith Mountain Lake, say into the north and also western parts of Smith Mountain Lake, you will hear pretty shortly. I think the rest of Smith Mountain Lake will see some rain here within about the next 5 minutes or so. As this continues to track to the east, it may impact you folks at Jefferson Forest High School and in Forest within about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Timberlake between 4 and 4:15. University of Lynchburg between roughly 4:10 and 4:25. The city of Lynchburg, if it holds together, anytime between about 4:15 and 4:35. And eventually towards Gladys between about 4:40 and 4:55. Again, this is all pushing to the east at a clip of around about 15 to 20 miles per hour. This cell was once severe. This is what brought some pretty nasty weather into parts of Carroll County not too long ago, but this cell has weakened considerably as it has pushed to the east. Still a couple of lightning bolts showing up here. Still some bouts of heavier rain out across parts of Patrick County. Still raining a little bit out across parts of Carroll County as well. Hillsville, Fancy Gap, Cana still seeing some light to moderate rain, but the rain not falling as heavily as it once was, as the cell again is moving to the east, and as it is indeed weakening. All right, let's head further up to the north. Have a little bit of rain near Daleville, up north into Fincastle, up into areas very close to Eagle Rock and Botetourt County. Looks like this cell is also heading to the east, so it may impact you folks in Buchanan here if it holds together within about the next 20 to 25, maybe 30 minutes or so. But right along 220, it's a little bit of a wet go of it in parts of Botetourt County. This is not severe. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning that we are watching is towards, say, Forest and Bedford, into parts of Bedford and also into parts of Franklin counties. Again, this is a cell that we are most concerned with. It is situated, again, into parts of Bedford, Campbell, and Franklin counties, pushing to the east at a clip of around about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Quite a bit of thunder, lightning, heavy rain, wind, and hail in this cell as well. Again, this could be impacting you folks in the city of Lynchburg or in the greater Lynchburg area anytime between, say, 4:05 and about 4:45, depending on exactly where in Lynchburg you are. All right, so we've already talked about these cells that we are indeed watching in other locations. Very important to note that we also have some very nasty weather situated just to the east of Charlottesville. This is going to stay outside of the viewing area. But if you have family or friends traveling along I-64 in places like Louisa, also into areas, say, near Goochland, very, very nasty weather just to the east of Charlottesville along Interstate 64. And as I told you, all these cells right now are pushing to the east at a clip of around about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Have some heavier downpours just north of Danville in parts of Pittsylvania County, areas near Blair's, areas near Chatham, seeing some heavier downpours. We're not alone. This is a disturbance that is impacting a whole lot of folks. Of course, we've had, I think, about 3 or 4 severe thunderstorm warnings already today. We've got rain and showers and thunderstorms extending from southern Canada all the way south towards the deep south. And again, you'll notice that we have heavier rain, stronger thunderstorms in places like Pittsburgh, areas in and around, say, Nashville, over towards Asheville in North Carolina, south into areas, say, near the Greenville, Spartanburg area of South Carolina, seeing some showers and thunderstorms. So we're certainly not alone. Lots of folks being impacted by rain and thunderstorms on this Tuesday. All right, I want to talk to you about the evening planner. And again, we are looking at conditions getting drier as the evening progresses. I would say most of this activity that you're seeing outside right now should taper off between about 7 and 8 o'clock. All right, once we get beyond 8 o'clock, I think it's going to be fairly quiet. Could we have a rogue shower, thunder shower? Sure we could. But I think the trend will be once we get beyond the early to mid-evening hours for this activity to wind down, with temperatures at 7 on average in the upper 80s, falling into the lower 80s by 10. It has been so hot. It has been so humid outside for some of us today. The heat was everywhere. The humidity was worse in areas south of 460, not quite as bad in areas north of 460. Regardless, today was oppressive, okay? It was the hottest day of the year across the Roanoke Valley. We got up to 96 today. That beat the old highest temperature of 2021 of 95. Again, it was 96 today in Roanoke. We also got up into the middle 90s in places like Lynchburg, low to mid 90s, and then south side locations, mountains, still in the 80s, but you're getting closer and closer to getting to 90 for the first time in 2021. Current time is 3:45. I want to just briefly ask Nicole, who is giving us her time. So Nicole, thank you for being with us here on this Facebook Live. Are there any questions I can answer right now? Yeah. Good idea. Let's go back and show you the current radar. I'm going to actually zoom into where we have the severe thunderstorm warning. And again, this warning, these showers, these thunderstorms don't look quite as impressive as they did 30, 35, 40 minutes ago. But still, nevertheless, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect from now. Parts of Bedford and Campbell counties. Franklin County, you've been taken out of the severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Bedford and Campbell County until 4 o'clock. So it's really areas just south of Lynchburg, areas say in between Smith Mountain Lake, Lynchburg, and Bedford. This is the area right here, right along the Bedford and Campbell County line, where we're seeing the worst of the weather. Again, main threats: thunder, lightning, heavy rain, also wind. I'm going to do some street level mapping with you so I can pinpoint exactly which streets are seeing the worst of the weather. Again, heavy rain. It was quite a very wet drive into work today for me as I was coming from my home into downtown Roanoke. These cells have a lot of moisture to work with because of the fact that it is so hot and so humid out there. Highway 24, say near Lone Oak Crossing, Smith Mountain Lake Parkway, right along Highway 43, Bishops Creek Road, heading up north into Leesville Road. Areas around Lynbrook Road, areas say just to the south of the Lynchburg Airport, seeing some very nasty weather. Again, you're looking at the worst of the weather right now along Highway 29, Highway 24 as you head, say, from Campbell County west into Bedford County. So this is the general area that is seeing the worst of the weather. Bishops Creek Road, Smith Mountain Lake Parkway, Highway 24. Once you get up to, say, 460, the weather is not quite as bad. Still some rain. Still certainly some wet weather along Highway 460, but the worst is just south along Highway 24. So I hope that answers the question. Anything else, Nicole, before we sign off for this Facebook Live? Okay, very good. No, we're... Gotcha. It is 3:47. We're going to get back to getting our show set up for the 5 o'clock newscast here. Just know that this will expire here in about the next 10 to 12 minutes. Severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for parts of Bedford and Campbell counties. Looks like this cell is going to miss downtown Lynchburg. At least the severe threat is going to miss downtown Lynchburg. To the south, there is that cell a little further up to the north, a little bit closer to Forest. That could clip areas in downtown Lynchburg here over the next 30 to 45 minutes. But the severe threat should stay to the south of Lynchburg, right along the Bedford and Campbell County line. And again, this is expected to expire here within about the next 10 to 12 minutes. We'll see you back here in about an hour and 10 minutes from now for our 5 o'clock newscast. Have a great afternoon. Make sure to stay hydrated and make sure to stay cool.